Wow, I'm having a great time running a Curse of the Tomb of the Dragon King's Thunder, and I've decided to give out some unique abilities your characters might like, something special beyond regular treasure.
I will take Fireball!
Why? You already have Fireball. That's like all you ever cast.
But now I take Greater Fireball!
This isn't exactly what I meant.
Deals damage not to creatures, but the DM.
How is that even possible?
It burns away his will to live.
Okay, I think I'm changing my mind about this reward.
Oh, you are changing your mind from brain matter to ashes.
Mimics are shape-shifting predators able to take on the form of inanimate objects to lure creatures to their own doom. What they don't tell you is how the mimics actually get into the dungeons without anyone noticing. If you look here in Dungeon Magazine number 511 from 1992, they do tell us that a mimic begins in the forest. It eats a log, then it becomes the log. Not even a deer notices, not even a bird with sharp eyes notices. Then the next day, it rolls over and eats a rock, and becomes the rock. And again, nobody notices this. And on, it eats and changes and creeps until it reaches the dungeon entrance and eats the dungeon door. Then it becomes the dungeon door. And why can't mimics transform to look like creatures or people? Well, for that we must consult the diary of Wally who originally designed the first mimic in the Advanced Beginner set from 1975, also known as the Magenta Box. And he states, mimics are very stupid and simple creatures, and if one tries to take the shape of a person, the overload of complexity causes the mimic to transform in reverse order every object it's ever been, which shunts it back to the forest where it began. However, this occurrence is extremely rare and unlikely, as mimics have such low speed and AC that they die in the 99% of all encounters with people. So, all of this they don't tell you about the mimics. They write it down in disorganized game books and supplements that all change throughout the years. Then I have to tell you. You're welcome.
So the other day, I was preparing for the Dungeon of Infinite Doors, which is a module that I originally wrote back in 2nd edition. It has a bunch of different random counter tables and random effect tables, and whenever a character opens a door in the dungeon, the DM rolls on one of these tables. And as I was preparing for this, it made me remember that I've been wanting to do a video for a long time about a type of ice dungeon that you should try. And by should, I mean must. Am I mad? No, I'm not mad. Why would you ask that? And by mad, you mean angry or crazy? Either way, I'm neither. Actually, now that I think about it, it might have been early 3rd edition, because it was my old friend Wilbur who was helping me make those tables. We needed a lot of them, because a lot of the table results had you roll onto other random tables. And I mean tables in the book, not tables. Don't get that confused. You gotta focus. I won a staring contest once. I outstared a racing horse called 1-1. I also outstared another racing horse called 2-2. They were decent race horses. 1-1-1-1 race. 2-2-1-1-2. So Wilbur's idea for these random tables that led to other random tables was that if you rolled a d20, a d12, and 4 d6s glued to a d11, you'd end up with a non-repeatable anomaly, as long as you weren't playing a Lizardfolk Paladin. Why would you ever play that? Are you crazy? Hello, my name is Matthew Mercer, and welcome to my masterclass on Dungeon Mastering. In order to be a great dungeon master, you need to be able to master a number of different types of voices and accents. I'll give you some examples here.
The black powder merchant. Yes, you're looking for black powder. How much are you looking for? A whole hogshead worth? Well, here you are.
And don't forget to add in a number of different sound effects that will help bring everything to life. Or how about a dwarven cartographer?
You could get right lost in a place like this. You're gonna need a good map, you will. And I've got the best fixins for ye. Have I got the best maps here in Glimmerdome? Why, if my mother wasn't a double-bearded hussy.
And let's not forget the sinister and mysterious Dark Mage villain.
I have waited 4 centuries for the completion of this ritual. I have dreamt of your coming.
So once you've mastered these sorts of voices and sound effects, you can reach a whole other level of dungeon mastering that is going to have your players coming back to your table month after year after decade after century. Thank you for checking out today's video, where we're going to be talking about 38 house rules that actually became official rules in Dungeons & Dragons, but then later were removed, and now you can use them as house rules again. Now some of these might seem a little far out, but try to be open-minded and give them a fair chance. And if they don't work out for you, sorry, at least you gave it an effort. One of these rules is the random table for your character's height, weight, and age. So what that means is when you make your character, you'll actually roll to see how old, how skinny or fat you are, and how short or tall you are. Oh look, my human barbarian is actually 72, 412 pounds, and only 5'1". Oh gee golly, eh? I hope that's solid muscle.